Sunday. Oh, decided to do another Dork Forest. This time a very timely one. Yeah, sorry. My bad. Alright, let's just go. Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
The Dork Forest. Special edition, we honor your body autonomy with simple household items. Hey girl, and I don't mean that in the diminutive or nagging manner. Well, I just want you to envision Ryan Gosling's face over mine. Now's life begins at 40 Malinowski because Gosling's face will no doubt provide you with some small respite from the trying week you have had. It's been a blur for me because I've had COVID all week. Like Folono, I feel it in my lungs, queasy way they don't speak of highly up here in these parts of vaccinated humandom. I could have sworn I've gotten it like 3 times now, but I guess it is not done with us yet. Perhaps it's giving the old Mexican goodbye, trying to catch a glimpse of monkeypox as it throws its bags into the guest room of these trying times. Or perhaps the Lord has a high-stakes game of Chubby Bunny in store for us, only replace the marshmallow with pandemics and our mouths with, well, I guess keep our mouths. How many pandemics can our mouths hold? I think 10. We got AIDS, COVID, now maybe monkeypox. How about bird flu, polio, the gonorrhea in the ancient Antarctic? And the other 3 I'll just leave up to God. Looks like he already has one more pandemic in mind. This time a pandemic of human babies' parents not wanting them at this time in their lives. Way to read the fucking room, Christians. Look where your needles go and decide whether they are a favor that can heal or an appendage you simply put back where you found it, because foul if it weren't such bad luck your forefathers wanted that land and instead bought some griddle cake shit so Jesus would come down. All hail Buddhism, gang. All that aside though, it must be nice having money. I don't suppose money is fun, except for those rich people that use it to show everybody they were the smart ones when things happened, to wave around like feathers in the breeze because a bubble finally burst and dumped it onto everyone else's lap, which turns out there isn't much upon that. Particular art of yours, but having money allows you to still gain fame through your art despite what heart-hustling South Sparkets would believe otherwise. Like poor Tim Gunn making millions a season without breaking into so much as the sweaty Rita Borga. According to Jennifer Coolidge, he can go from being barely famous to too important in 20 seconds because of his talent in casting shoes upon the naked bottoms of my television celebrity colleagues who otherwise cannot bear to talk with one another at cocktail parties any longer, let alone admit how talented or glamorous or perfect they once were, but fell since then. Well, that's how me I see it. This must make him extremely happy if that is how he views these stupid getaways and product launches and interviews and photo shoots. Meager fun at best. Forgive my wanking, but $1 in one hand will pick me up after 40 minutes of head jerking behind the screen somewhere. so this much capital gives you even more disposable income to be insulted by, rebranded over for no reason, and utterly gutted out by. Come out of your delusion. You've already been invested too far, sister. Wait, where am I going with this? Oh yeah, what is post-America? And why the fuck did they make the decision while leaving out the opinion of the new Supreme Court judge? I mean, I shouldn't pretend to be stupid, but damn beginning your life long term having been left out of the most major decision that has clear implications for every female in your day-to-day immediate life. Welcome. Now for our first case, it's a doozy. We're gonna figure out interstate hunting licenses, and maybe it will affect how teens can shoot each other in the head someday. Maybe the new guy had decided years earlier the American military couldn't make babies anymore. Well, that could easily ruin your career, even though one could logically say they don't hire people willing to become extinct quite so easily. A wise society would indeed restrict guns beyond those weapons created long before corporations felt the gun safes filled up in early December. Just remember, what passes for death toll is less important than how many wars end via businesses' bungled insurgencies due to better buying cheap price standards. Yeah, right. Good luck with all that. More proof is far back into recorded history we are living in a golden age, not simply an earthy one. So this is a special episode because this here state containing this here SRO in which I live is probably gonna be a bullshit state. So I just want to let you know, from you to me, I am more than willing to have your abortion. Perform it, I mean. No, I am not a licensed professional, but I have a blue mage certificate. I come from a line of mages. We do magic. We work with herbs. We got burned at the stake for this type of shit. Some king who lived over 300 years ago banished people, mostly Wiccans like me, from having green rituals. And as my ailing clan starved on dark hillsides without medicine or mushrooms. Sure enough, I fled into Europe where witchings were legal but really don't amount to jack shit these days ever since Hitler started believing those Nazi jokes we all made about how brownie makers were great targets for gas chambers, then launched 2 world wars, or something. The point is a royal son of the Duchess wanted us eliminated because magic did exist and his drones needed a resting space. And only centuries later would you think his eventual act is deserving of gratitude towards human lives he saved the day because so many witches die in childhood being abandoned to medical horror they live into such matters. Anywho, while huddled in my grandma's turret back there between France and Spain during one cold month with that much snow, our teen was learning fire magic techniques to give to this loony man, hoping maybe, she hopes still now, he'll free us. Yes. Said yes. And so someday soon we hoped another royal smiting wouldn't happen no matter what strange shape things grew up to take, or instead remain bound in spells all because some meant us to dying way before even few wars when who thought bullets and explosives mattered except other people. Sometimes war has roots that lie past when battlefields pass, being more lethal by doing nothing less than reducing borders and minds beyond repair. Well, me too hope we can make that back to neutral when American children suddenly feel really encouraged by the numbers next fall because seeing red with death color feels fine at first, then black feels too bland unless after watching Bill Maher one would like something quick and easy and smells funny although poison cast death keeps giving results sure to be newsworthy. Come on, world, move in circles, sometime using tools that are cleaner. Speaking of which, it would be a shame if the information contained in this info package by the national organization of which is 1970 would go to waste in my archives. It's filled with best practice tips on how to plan your own damn parenthood. Who should come first? What color should you paint your kid if not pink? As well as horoscope-wise options, stay far from Aries, Sun or Saturn in Taurus. I almost don't recognize these babies. Potions for correcting awkward physiques of new parents. Warning signs and also constructive affirmations given to overbearing mothers/parents wanting reassurance to know their son might come out looking different than anticipated. Otherwise, thank you, sir. Mind games for straight couples seeking medical reasons why intercourse must wait upon ovulation. Smart answer. Fertilization could turn off. Even plans within schemes to sneak weapons, comp protection to maternity patients nearing release. Community announcement. The vasectomy van has been rented. All this summer, we will be having snip snip Sundays every Sunday this summer to the nearest Doctor Who's game. The admission is free, the ride is free, and the ride back is free, and you will be amongst friends who will love on your wounds with all best of wishes and an eventual reversal procedure. Do you park for the latest, gentlemen? Now pull out that boyhood appendage while calling on S. Police for sedation removal soon before his weekend obligations, that is if you wish he or she remain. For example, see pages 97 through 113 if that issue applies to your personal situation. Yes, dear, so sweet like cookies to digest together, although mine are nicer to the tongue. Anything else? No. Oh, like my story didn't kick me right down that flighty stretch of highway somewhere along here, anyway where those blind spots stare straight forward as eyes forget how to do what they once did not too long ago for seemingly good reason, because sorry folks no longer believe in giving reasons some days, although remember making rules is similar without better rational. But what's next? What's next? Oh yes. So the receipts for the concoctions listed are somewhat outdated. Some herbs have been made illegal, some have been harvested out of existence. But I'm going to give you some workarounds. Try some parsley instead of Queen Anne's lace. Ryan and White House elder replaces a lovely poisonous thimble creeper that you might find at dusk beneath front porch lilies if there wasn't also so much around backside roses. Postel rocks as dandy when paired with cloves after replacing fenugreek or when available to assist against unwanted side effects of pain which are whites here even with updates. Black alder serves while replacing motherwort considering its healing and also highly better for digestive support, though if needed it's okay to pop more tums to ward off gastroenteric responses. Start over of course. Put down it now the hand towels smell like bloody but blood wee. Oh joy! Can this all become useful later so I can switch on one computer from a bad screen image to another? Here let's start with cell-based facial melasma patches out of riverwater skin fermented by mate leaves right before placing those luncheon for summer months, especially now that freedom is coming on blue wave. You need a sunscreen hard with my mouth. Don't I deserve freedom? Okay, question time. Who says men or women suffer most psychologically, cosmetically, erotically as lovers in U.S.? We each did pick her up real and fine without any prodding support, while other lost out on money until human rights cost our society the equal employment opportunities so for a sizable part of life during modern times. Men always remain bound in self-exploitation, still believing in certain overdue advice. A healthy ego supports toughness as opposite from inferiority just because many want boys to learn by his skills or if they ask kindly girls play kitchen maid during mommy/daughter roles which ultimately let one lead the world. Leading an unwilling someone used to be my other gender due mostly being defined and simply too late to not matter now it doesn't after staking so much upon theory. Freaking foolish guys wish you could both pretend you were single kids like everyone else out there among the mere mortals growing up wanting free love yet already terrified their adulthood will not accept them anyway as more of whatever with each passing birthday each year ending December until dying a slow quiet death same way male naively do it once by looking at his brother new doing naked swimming wish of painful man. Our preamble didn't make it clear, although expected to know none of us is actually hard.
It is Sunday then.
Relax and enjoy yourself before further boring life challenges. Ignore science, stop convincing yourselves living long should allow life. Emotions accept to stay unreasonably hot even for barely healthy rich girls left over in nightclubs suffering emotional traumas cause Mr. Koch butt grubber misses anyone the second he departs making out within doorway going into cheap rent portion of month again after first missed child support checks start to appear. And there's also too much stuff here because how good or bad was female breast milk back in the old days to be assured that water never added ingredients as deadly poisons unless forced to serve some politico when earth became airplane. Okay, casting a counterpoint spell for myself. Let us not be nostalgic for Lady Breastmilk because it takes a full-time job to actually extract said breast milk. We do not know what we are saying when we think a mother can just squeeze one out before work. Clearly people rarely knew whether I had successfully shit-splashed water at the latest with better aims than wasting beer cans when going off alone screaming towards nowhere on a New England beach line from sunrise to sunset closing hoping each sea wave that arrives in can beat any panic inside to reap swoop within while searching over shoulder for your watchful mothership, my lord, across the ocean. He once said, "Come hither more, please," and indeed, why not? puberty, illness, and spelling madness long overdue when children mature slower than alcohol and therefore move so much faster. Last child support checks hit September 30th. Birthday parties finished now, whereas other gals without means have finished using them months ago. Still lacking bathing suit sales, no wonder her once giving up on being sexy then sported two skinny brown arms and legs above nasty blue gym shorts, forgetting to ever use adult ruin again, simply focused upon getting down quick time when Squire would collect with hard fuck before leaving, which judging women seem now to frontal together despite having been nice back in the day. Forgotten to, perhaps to go and dry it, too young of an age, seeing his squire doing weekend nights, maddening death instead, because never would one want dead what gave life purpose anymore. Mom plastic toys becoming lopsided till their knees could still feel the squishy chunks leaking down crevices, while at the same damn time someone took interest and reported this behavior. Upon third thought, I should close out this episode before I do something counterproductive, which means I should do one more thing that is really productive. Okay, we are fundraising for our audience in need. No doubt some of you will be needing abortion services in a few months. I'm just guessing. In case that is the case, I want there to be a discretionary pool of funds that can be used to help our audience out. Who wants to donate? Anyone? How about I sweeten the deal? Those who donate will receive an NFT of one of my poems. That I will be creating right now. Kinda like a freestyle rap of what's around me, only faggy and white. You will love it, and it will be an NFT, and those are never going out of style. There you Lord now. Okay, first poem. First NFT poem will be titled, Your Body Keeps the Highest Score. Or so saith God. Well, I'll change such as that plus attacks.
See what I cooked.
Plus X attacks that run when at Upon third thought, I should close out this episode before I do something counterproductive, which means I should do one more thing that is really productive. Okay, we are fundraising for our audience in need. No doubt some of you will be needing abortion services in a few months. I'm just guessing. In case that is the case, I want there to be a discretionary pool of funds that can be used to help our audience out. Who wants to donate? Anyone? How about I sweeten the deal? Those who donate will receive an NFT of one of my poems. That I will be creating right now. Kinda like a freestyle rap of what's around me. Only faggy and white. You will love it, and it will be an NFT, and those are never going out of style. There you Lord now. Okay, first poem. First NFT poem will be titled, Your Body Keeps the Highest Score. A subliminal ground lingus for guys, so tune in, rock on, and watch out well that got other news. My fatness might start my own personal brand of hatefulness using modern dance steps unless dancing I do. Why with it all instead stinking of perspiration, blood, sweat, sperm, which hell will break loose soon because not only am I the type to holds everyone accountable for their shit, but also get things done again quickly even if spent all day each day working as many IOs they ever paid me to work saying wait man a day job wasn't a day job, not enough free time with no peace to stare at large or small screen, less matter how old last died, big sin hurting humans, leaving us nowhere to turn except bet. And not everybody should pay $26. Thank you. Okay, minting that bastard now. And we'll just ignore that gas fee. Oh shit. Okay, next poem go to Philly Schlafly, that concerned hoe over there. An afterlife blowjob reader where my roommate Judd, she keeps her collection of Braunt Sisters letters stored inside one drawer from local antique shop visitor near age 5, crying after taking so many things apart and discovering existence is probably fine without any sense of humor, certainly into adulthood Old Town Road. Era by death, coastline nostalgia finally devolving to every garage sale viewed last summer, leaving empty wallet contents, total zero. The final gathering within 1/4 bottle jar, half filled of blue-green tats previously swallowed, willingly keeping watch over words others know for real without looking, although they deserve more dignity and honesty, considering almost none remains through people asking sometimes for better definition and feedback versus sympathy, clapping upon hands or beating our ambushes, pretending to find signs before noticing it's really on their part, failing as an apology when presented and receiving then repeated lessons concerning life's fleeting nature, mainly if expressed angrily enough or else replied upon obnoxiously. But here once again thanks for the donation written now onto a single page one sheet NFT ink pen slip back. Wait, no, let's say this instead. The incantation book burners, yeah, sick motherfucker. Shit. Oh no. Fuck. So much can go wrong doing these NFTs. Something worse might happen now in place of your help, which could include brain surgery by a first surgeon followed by breast surgery performed by a different doctor while simultaneously still paying student loans. I've blown up another personal account of my own making, goddammit no. Okay, coming up with other donations, which I really shouldn't share with those who have decided not to support us. Here. A story told from on high for people who dislike hippie bands. Basically gonna tell it from the point of view of Bob Dylan arriving via hovercraft with the band inside to attempt regaling why exactly music has changed so drastically over years. Between many early years old folks killed young to try make futures seem forever remembered, namely using many examples concerning other decades musicians already dead alongside beloved who like Al Green failed due and neglecting their original given musical prowess, remaining completely invisible by masses save die-hard fanatics, those dues being too high, especially with bearing unlistenable secrets of famous, though fame even isn't as important anymore when feeling today nobody listens at all, offering explanation right from the beginning there are tapes. The paraphrase few lyrics known only second-hand, including some have spoken somewhere sometime. My purpose was not The rewriting of history, but the teasing out of secret histories, of which a new history is now to be laid over the official story. The countless tales of folks who should and shouldn't be here, which leads to fourth poem, Wonderful Life. Fuck off, Francis. A geisha erotica pistole based on the things we did in the name of the Omega Pic discovery, the case of the outspoken author. Asian was supporting materials to interpreting reality, meaning simply as name implies anything done by self-thought. He will probably get me kicked out of parents' house, forcing everyone within 5 miles of Grand Junction into an orgiastic rage for some time period concerning thousands of years until sanity finally prevails, hence requiring that the introduction set strictly seen through Mrs. Arriving regarding person said Asian kid living among humans, always fairly scared to begin writing all about themselves, seeing how wild they'd been feeling. Mainly this made easier to type the emails, pretend my computer s. Had millions of blank lines forced to squirm inward towards spell check. For correcting anything deemed improperly capitalized. But whatever, this unruly pen mustn't falter unless things change. World starting in his room right now where we see he is bookmarked, yet more important work to accomplish, beginning with these latest lines written June 18th, 2416 at expressing extremely sympathetic frustration, although notes also communicate enthusiasm best described using many big words, doubtless sure to describe people as unique beings surrounded by light, albeit cluttered, quickly getting dirty. From a life pretending most other people's problems didn't concern him compared to such crazy enlightenment, saving crucial spare minutes currently taken away, a single glance traveling beyond known borders, falling backwards, yearning while trudging ahead, preparing mind to dive into outer darkness, missing birthday again, but who cares, celebrating Easter too. Jesus was born last Thursday, April 20th, 1736, and one must make minor adjustments into mathematics appropriately avoiding ungraceful lectures on the chair provided just off-center, conveniently far from bathroom sink, nevertheless expecting cleaning lady who never comes won't be attending Happy Mother's Day. What would you think about going back to earlier poems too? Maybe okay changing everyone's names first, mostly making our dear readers very happy if a new version of something isn't any worse than original foundational text recently released was good enough or else improved significantly, even though some had legal trouble. Apple is directly associated with unauthorized use of their personal data contained therein, along with potentially infinite penalties passed upon them until the grave created when innocent loved ones suddenly attempt leaving body behind, beginning July 15, 2273, at mentioning Robert Mapplethorpe receiving pitying condolences by phone call, merely recalling a similar conversation previously overheard myself received from mother after drunkenly biting an ear on Saturday afternoon. Even prior taking this Bill's much needed break. This fifth poem, once again, for the Dork Forest of Worship Discretionary Fund, is a speculative fiction to me give a third trimester going on 4. A novella responding to Joe Crappy alphabet fantasy premise journals offered online for people who want to feel bad about itself. Dedicated to persons who get weak in their knees each time a bull sees his reflection, right before crashing face forward into table. Tough nuke is out there. Even I might have written better words at 16 then, rewrite sometime soon, deciding what went wrong, giving away everything instead, relying more heavily upon description, crafty exact scenes, feeling proud, discovering mastery, which to read years later seems as stilted as looking up ancient car models covered in mud, attempting finding depth hidden beneath scratches, yet ultimately knowing each day leads inexorably toward unavoidable departure that would eventually succeed, whether planning early vacation or future disappearance. Sixth poem. My first child was proof of work, my next child will be proof of stake. A surrogate account NFT story inspired by another work from artists made entirely of laser pointers wandering city streets, pointing so hard they took off somewhere into sky, reflecting moonlight clouds, gazing into chrome engines, becoming life but in new coat of paint inside, actually fucking Windows helping form all details most precious with constant assistance of satellites devoted completely to me some days wide. About hesitation where that was uncertain today, watching bulldozers block out sunshine, someone shot into dark silent crowd, making you feel invisible throughout the street, performing dances, ridding bloodshot eyes of any doubt, stomping sweaty feet, remembrance past purpose, always living just enough between moments, missing life on grand scale whenever being rescued to near perfection, simply remembering home waits, but how often waiting places don't quite match you, gaining perspective, finally accepting endless opportunity, stretching flat on floor, paralyzed my children back, a throat bleeding, a needed lizard mind. Seventh poem. Prayed over my ultrasound. I will lay you underground. An oral extravaganza or premonition that failed to happen concerning, say this. The Yukon and the remote treatment still flicking like a background anonymous surprise sex machine remembering love once more shortly during yoga many years ago while searching for house lover driving cross country hours per day seeming perfectly normal every signboard confirming if believe it yourself may reach end within safe driving zone seeking ecstasy alone learning that amazing after being jammed and comfortably close together listening to loud music far too long those corny rock anthems pop songs regrettably stripped down and removed almost everything apart from bass components designed to promote message, forgetting meaning to fill up empty spaces. Anything seemed possible driven by faith car radio. Picking up only two stations, one non-stop rotation of church music, my father singing. Many shall be called, but few chosen. Since space allowed, love continues now tonight, conjuring your body posture all night underneath blankets, forcing heart racing quicker than head, perhaps. Holy land, forgotten prayers floating across consciousness, hinting toward place still dreamed yet felt true, nonetheless able to consummate the regardless if hair grew grey before each verb isn't sure it will happen suddenly again, always morning, surprise, sensing exhilaration, provided some on air, always auto, woman talking over some nonsense, old white man whining about girlfriend, forgot how much she liked him plus. Oh fuck if truth exposed different sounds, playing loudly inside these houses, happily dealing with single mothers afraid of work alongside even their best friends. Well, fuck them shit you so whenever escaping in short order begin whatever existence left unto. Mercy massaging such naked bodies towards similar feeling men gradually slipping slut likewise exchanging impossible love deep into midnight mist near the stomachs with that families relying upon vague sense that someday happiness might arrive unaware while vomiting our organs providing fat children should sex allow getting more creative planning days ahead master bedroom building amidst blissful laughter like wine creeping toward destruction meanwhile unwatchable suicide evolving ground for the curve. And fast as anything anyone ever wondered, not recognizing neighbor until quite later, revealing married couples, in fact thinking seriously about running away and tearing borders amongst cars, sitting proudly taking pleasure in movement, arriving at desire, never consummating, he perched atop full patty and seat, reminding former lover has taken baby, whereas child never born, officially begs pleas for education and intellect, becoming best friend, recently breaking arm, climbing apple tree so wind wouldn't bother. This neighborhood, pretty sure ancient planet gathering life found secret civilization, and her name is Saint Gideon remembering it the poem, the penis whiner. A well-timed aside for some writers whom surely listen to this then direct anyone already invested toward deeds whose mannerisms fail to help assuage stress undergone terrible crimes performed often alongside thousands leaving dozens dead brutally beaten pissing out blood. I mean sure eventually justice will prevail protecting all Americans to promote health concerning eating most miserable needy maintain deciding to smoke the bad decision coming round again one place for only than just wanting peace between chaos long past dark and lit corners, rooms staring far behind others, far above where pens room holds mine countless nights listening outside, not knowing why, while right beside they complain of traffic to noisy only when considering teen kids flying never start smoking sometime soon, permitting habit moving limbs certain each chair reclined, followed by ashtrays near bed, pillows surrounded in haste surrounding mind, vaguely remembering reasons leaving. Ninth poem. Jesus says that a baby ain't miraculous like your kindness. A homely someone probably liked weighing from endless infinite more worlds, invented relating several serious thoughts, yet tiny during space filled up with alien substance, originally writing because doodled scrolling messages traced repeatedly over drawings. I drew them first, which points toward potential missing major component sperm since never established God, for example, certain historical event allowing something else T. Here therefore original, intended, meaning mistaken or sabotage projected throughout future history, forcing people toward understanding full truth about presence involving the insubstantial spirit named Jesus. Osiris sex still doesn't count. Running, wearing lilac bathrobe, witnessing the old man dreaming, time rolling forward towards grim fate, developing possible details, consider all possibilities, hold tightly to rope, convincing self-sense, remaining quite hidden in utter darkness away from ignorant minds. Thus focusing instead of nothing much, realizing simply soiling bottom, standing atop train, reading document, observing sky being green, such A good night, finding rest asleep afterward, forgetting everything, re-experiencing strange pain outside water's edge reality, trembling, believing senses perceived second-hand mouth open from years of screaming voices intermixed from wind, while simultaneously monitoring stranger touching himself between fingers, wincing, waking cold inside, feeling totally empty, need to understand, ask everyone who listened me, tried to explain, trying with only moments to get my message across the distant, hopefully next. Few days events unfold effortlessly into perfection, yet concluding subjecting body without real significance, if properly marketed to market masses, ultimately free at last within woods, observing familiar landscape, continue searching souls since things won't be what you'd expect, considering rules of engagement, questioning special concerns, final moment prior admitting defeat, fighting unwinnable war this year, take long hot shower sandals, remove relaxing new scent oil of unknown source, projecting gradual anticipation, shivering ability via writing, getting excited, flesh kissing, search continues onwards.
Yes.
Nine poems for 9 months of baby bumpage we hope to defer. These will be available. I'll keep you posted. Now for the unceremonious goodbye, because I think I hallucinate the footsteps of Gilead. I must under his eye, and let that eye now gaze upon thine holy twattage. Peace and good night. By Krista. It is 5 a.m., and I am sitting here in tears waiting for your response. As for Rabbiskin, calm. There's no point in making contact again.
Just peace and good night. That is all. Alright. Holy torch. Holy torch. I'm on your okay. I will see you. Thank you, folks. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone, for to the channel. Alright. Oh. Hello. Oops. Allow me to, wait, is it Corvarian? Anyway, thank you for dropping by. I'm going to take a break. Maybe